Hello and welcome to the Food Zone, now in 4K. My name is Dansoy Cook, aka Batman in the Kitchen, Amateur Cook. We're going to take this journey, learning recipes together as we learn as one. Today is a leftover meal using chicken. My mother always taught me to reuse food, recook it to create new dishes. Because in the world, too many people starve and so much food is thrown away. So it's best to take leftovers and recook them, and you can usually have them for another 3 days, or you can freeze them. So today we're going to start with the chicken. I have chicken that's left over in the Ziploc bag. I have scallions. We're going to use the white part and the green part. You can see I have a white onion that's already in the bag. We're going to reuse that. We're going to use the shallot. We're going to use the cilantro. We're going to use breadcrumbs that I have. We're going to use soy sauce. We're going to use fire roasted tomatoes. I used those in my scramble before. And we're going to use mushrooms. I use that in the scramble also. And from my spices, I'm going to use garlic powder. I'm going to use blackened season. You can use this on fish or chicken. It really is good on chicken too. It's really good on salmon. And I'm going to use my 365 olive oil. And with this recipe, you basically can throw it over top of lettuce, like a salad. Just eat it on a plate. You can throw it over rice and make a rice bowl. And with this, I have leftover long grain rice. So I'm going to use that. I'm going to use this my mother's famous pan, and then I'm going to go over here and I'm going to dice everything, and we're going to throw it in the pan. You can see a quick preview of the stuff I have, like vermouth, liquor. You cook with sea salt and all my spices. I also have a spice drawer here. Some of it's missing because I'm using it, but let's start out. And this is your leftover meal. These are my favorite. I love recreating stuff from things that I have left over. Alright YouTube, so we're back. I started with the scallions. I got the white parts on there and the green. I use my chef knife. Always make sure that you're careful with the chef knife because a couple weeks ago I cut my thumb really bad, and I thought I was going to have to go to the emergency room, but thank God I was okay. But this is a cutting glove. You can wear it on your hand that you hold the stuff, and if the knife slips, it'll go right into there. So we're going to start with the scallions. I'm going to dice the green and white parts up, and then I'm going to put it in the pan. Alright, so we're back YouTube. I have my I have that olive oil spray in there. And now we're going to throw the scallions in there. But like I said, when we were gone before, I used the 365 olive oil. But next we're going to do the shallot. So just going to take it step by step. But leftover meals are really fun because you can take whatever you have left in your refrigerator and try to create new things. Even if it doesn't look pretty, if it tastes good for you and your family, why not? You save money, you don't do waste, it saves the environment and the planet, and we reuse food. Alright YouTube, we're back. There's the diced or chopped shallot, however you want to call it. Do whatever you want. So now we have the shallot and scallion in there, and we're coming to you in 4K. Now we have the white onion. I'm just going to dice some of that up, and we'll keep going. Alright, so we're back YouTube. We got the onion. I didn't actually do that whole onion because I didn't want to overpower it with that onion. So we got the onion, shallot in there, and green and white scallions. Now we're going to take the cilantro, and I know it's kind of wilted, but if you usually put cilantro in like warm water and then cold water, you can shock it. It'll bring it back. It won't last, but it'll be good enough to do. So I'm going to cut that up and throw it in there. Alright, so we're back with that cilantro, and we're going to throw that in the pan. So you got all those colors in there. That's really nice. Next step is going to be to throw in this these breadcrumbs, and then we'll go from there. Alright, so our breadcrumbs are in there. I cut the package open, and they're in there. So we're getting to the final steps. It's just taking longer because we're going step by step. And to be honest with you, I've never did this recipe. A lot of the recipes I do are new, except for if I go back in time and recreate my mother's recipes. That's different. But these are all new. So next we're going to put in the mushrooms that are left over and the fire roasted tomatoes. But you want to drain that juice, and then we're going to just put it in there. When you do this, the blackened seasoning is last. You want to throw the chicken in after you cook down some of this stuff, and then you put the chicken in, and then you put the blackened season, because you don't want to overpower with that. And something else, like after I just did the cilantro, these scissors you can buy mostly everywhere. They're used for herbs and everything. It's really cool where you can use them to cut it. You don't even have to use a knife. Alright, so we're back, YouTube. I put in the mushrooms and I put in the tomatoes. So we have those in there. Like I said, drain them, and we have all the other ingredients in there. So next step is we're going to get this stove on medium or low, and then we're going to add some garlic in, and we're going to start cooking this a little bit. Then after it goes, we'll throw the chicken in, and then after that we'll put some blackened season on there, and then we'll put the soy sauce in. If you want to skip the soy sauce, you can, but let's get this started. So right now we're just going to start cooking this, and we're going to just keep mixing it up. You want to just get it warm, and then we'll go to the next step. But leftover meals are fun, like I said. Alright, YouTube, so you can see that we're cooking that down. You can hear it sizzle. And the thing is, definitely don't cook it past medium. If you want, you can turn it down between medium and low. You want this to slowly cook. But you can see it sizzle. And just do this like a minute or two. And then we'll throw our chicken in and garlic powder. Alright, YouTube, so we cooked that. I have it on low. Now we have this nice chicken. I cooked this chicken the other day because I had it left over and I didn't want to toss it either. I cooked it in garlic gave butter and with onion seasoning. So we're going to take that and we're going to throw it in. And we're just going to start cooking this. And if you want, you can throw some garlic powder in there, because you can never do wrong with garlic. So let's cook this away. You can see all that disappeared, and look, with the leftover meal we're left with nothing. So we're going to throw in a little bit of blackened season in a little bit, and the soy sauce is optional. But see how we just got rid of like 7 things? Be back. Dansoy back. Welcome back, friends. We're cooking that. You can hear it sizzle. While you were gone, I actually did add in 1 vine-ripe tomato. So it needed a little bit extra, and I had tomatoes that I need to use. So you can hear it sizzle now. So the thing you're going to want to do is just stir it, or just move it around in the pan. So we're almost done. I wish you could smell this. It smells so good. I'll tell you one thing. I always look forward to the end of the week having leftovers. Alright, so we're going to cook that now for like a minute or two. Just adjust your stove. Because we don't want to overcook this. In like a minute or so, we're going to add the blackened season. Like, the soy sauce is optional. I'm not even sure if I'm actually going to put it in. Like, to be honest, like I told you, these are new recipes. And I'm just going step by step and learning with you. So, we'll see what it looks like at the end. Alright, so we're back. We're going to use the blackened seasoning. And just sprinkle that in a little bit. You don't have to go crazy because we don't want to over blacken this. And like I said, I wish you could smell this. And like I said, we got rid of everything that was here before. So that's pretty good. So now you're going to just want to cook this for another minute or two to let all the flavors get in there. Alright, so you can see how that was. Now just throw some of that in there. You hear it drizzle. And we're basically done. We're going to just cook this off for another minute or less, and then we're going to plate it. You can plate it two different ways. You can plate it on a plate with rice, or you can make a rice bowl. Alright, YouTube, so we can see we're done. I have the stove on off, and I'm just letting it like simmer right now. So you didn't have to add that sauce at the end. It's all up to you. This is your cook and your leftovers. Do it the way you want. Like with this recipe here, you can change it up and add stuff, take things away. Just do whatever you want. But you didn't need the soy sauce if you didn't want to. Now I'm going to plate it with rice, and then I'm going to make a rice bowl. Be back. Alright, so the product's done. Now we're going to make a rice bowl, and we're going to plate it with rice. So I'm going to use some of that rice on the plate and keep some of it in the bowl. So like right here, you can make two different meals, or you can actually just freeze this. Alright, YouTube, so I took some of this rice and I made a bowl right here. So there's your that chicken fry, or I don't know what you want to call it. You got that. And now we're just going to put the remaining chicken on top of here. But that's how you can make two meals out of a leftover, or even more if you wanted to. Alright, so we're back, YouTube. There's the chicken and rice rice bowl. So right there is how you can make two meals in one. So like I said, with our imagination, there's nothing impossible. But look how we got two quality meals just out of leftovers. So like I said, there's your rice bowl, and there's your plate with the chicken and everything, and the wild grain rice. So I tasted both of these and they're really good. So this is Dansoy Cook, aka Batman. Thanks for visiting the Food Zone. I'll bring you plenty of leftover meals. I'm going to bring a leftover meal next week by using White Castle burgers, and I might bring one by using leftover Burger King Whoppers. So I got to plan these out. I haven't cooked them before, so please hit subscribe and please hit the bell so you can get my updates 3 to 5 times a week. So I'm going to try to stick where I at least give you Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I will see you tomorrow with the with a veggie burger and Monterey Jack and onions with vermouth. So we're going to make a veggie burger tomorrow for Friday. Peace. See you soon. Dansoy Cook.